From recognizing volunteers who work so diligently on our campuses, to our dedicated exemplar educators, and to our students who excel in the classroom and in extracurricular activities, it's truly been a remarkable year in Northwest ISD. With me today to celebrate the many accomplishments in Northwest ISD is Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum Instruction, Edward Chevalier. Let's take a look at some of the highlights of the school year. Mr. Chevalier, tell our viewers some of the accomplishments that just come to mind.
Dr. Rue, one of the things that we have been focusing on this year is college and career readiness for all of our students. And we've done that a number of ways and seen some tremendous success. Across the district, we've continued to increase enrollment in our pre-AP and advanced placement programs, both at the middle school and high school levels. We had more students taking AP tests this year than ever before. We gave more tests than ever before, so we're extremely proud of that. From kind of a district focus, we started this calendar year in 2011 in January with a College and Career Readiness Summit that all of our teachers attended, and it was exciting to see the student work that many of them shared that allowed us to see what was happening not only at the middle school and high school level, but K-12, because we know that for a College and Career Readiness focus, we start extremely early. We can even narrow that down to one of our campuses. Our Northwest High School counselors received the CREST Award, which is a highly competitive award program through a state counseling organization, and they were honored for a number of things, but as kind of an indicator of the work that they've done, we have over our graduating seniors at Northwest High School this year received over $9 million in scholarships, which is a tremendous accomplishment that we're very proud of.
It absolutely is. In fact, if memory serves, this is the second year in a row that counselors at Northwest High School have received this statewide honor.
It is the second year in a row that they've received that, and in that first year that they received it, they increased the scholarships that were given from the previous year. They've done that again this year, so it's a very well-deserved honor for that group.
Just about doubled it, if I'm not mistaken.
Pretty impressive amount.
That is, and of course that means our kids graduate with opportunities before them, and that's what we want. We want to know that kids have opportunities here while they're in Northwest ISD, and then when they step out into postgraduate work.
Well, and that's been a benefit too from the increased enrollment in those AP classes, because many of our students are leaving us with college credits. So now with the added scholarship money, not only are they leaving us with a head start on college as far as credits are concerned, they're also leaving us with a head start on paying for college. So that's exciting for us.
The academics do continue to grow. And I would say we get accolades not just in academics, but in our fine arts programs. Talk a little bit about just some of those events.
Well, this year was our third year to be honored with a national designation as a music education community. And the reason that we received that award is because of the programs that go on at our campus levels. We have both of our high schools, Northwest High School and Byron Nelson High School, produced musicals that were multi-night musicals this year, had great crowds at both of those. Our middle schools combined to do a middle school musical every year, and we're one of the few districts we know in the area, if not the state, where we do a middle school musical that is a Broadway style musical. And that's been exciting. This year that was Seussical the musical. In the past they've done other musicals that have received accolades on Broadway, and that's a pretty significant accomplishment for a middle school kid to be able to participate in that type of thing and be able to perform a musical at the level and the quality that they're performing. So that's exciting. Our orchestras and bands and choirs continue to grow and continue to receive tremendous honors. We had more kids achieving all region honors than we have had before, and then our entire performing groups, band, choir, and orchestra, continue to get awards at the regional and state levels.
And our enrollment in those fine arts programs continues to grow as well.
Continues to grow by significant amounts. And that's exciting because at the high school level, at the middle school level, they're starting from scratch. But at the high school level, they've got to retain those kids both from middle school as well as retain the kids that are already in the high school programs. And we're seeing tremendous numbers there too.
Well, I would say to our community who's watching, look at our schedules next year. You'll want to get a ticket to one of those musicals. They will be exciting, and we'll have another middle school musical next year.
Exactly right.
Well, speaking of middle school, and which you have, we have a school worth watching right here in Northwest ISD. Of course, they all are, but one of them's received some very special recognition. Tell us about that.
Chisholm Trail Middle School will be, the principal and some of the staff members will be going to Washington, D.C. in June to be honored through the National Schools to Watch program. Chisholm Trail was visited back in early January by a team of educators from elsewhere in the state that came in to look at all aspects of the program at Chisholm Trail, instructional programs, extracurricular programs, and it was a pretty rigorous application process and a pretty rigorous review process. And they were extremely impressed. All of the feedback we got, in fact, if I remember correctly, the feedback we got was that they got one of the highest designations when that was all evaluated and tallied. And that campus has just done tremendous things and continues to, but they'll get to go and receive that honor in June in Washington.
And I would think, as a school to watch in the state of Texas, and there were only 11 middle schools that were recognized as such, that not only will we be watched, we'll have visitors this next year to learn more and talk with our talented educators at Chisholm Trail.
And that has already begun. They've begun
good.
to get phone calls from other districts and other campuses wanting to know why you. What did you do to get this type of honor? And they deserve it.
That's right. Well, you know, another why you moment happened when our students participated in the very first Techno Expo here in Northwest. That was something that secondary students participated in. Tell us about that event.
We are extremely proud of our technology emphasis, period. The Techno Expo, we had over 150 students and student groups participating and presenting projects and work that they've done in classrooms this year. It was very well attended from the community. It's the first annual, so it's the first time that we've attempted it, but in getting to visit, I was extremely impressed that there was a range of activities in both our core content areas as well as in some of our elective areas, but that was an opportunity for our parents and other community members to see what we've done and are doing with technology. As we've previously discussed, we have, in our second year of implementation for our netbooks, all of our high school students receive a netbook, as do all of our middle school students, and we've seen some exciting things go on in classrooms as a result of that. One of the things that we're extremely proud of related to our technology implementation is the award that our district received this year from the American Association of School Administrators. That one was a national award, and it was honoring our district for excellence in technology and the use of technology. You know, a couple of things that were pretty exciting related to that award. First of all, that also was an extensive and rigorous review process, and we received notification from that organization that after all of the applications were reviewed, ours not only won, it got every possible point that was associated with that. The second part of that was so exciting was the fact that they didn't give that award based on a short-term accomplishment of our district. The requirements of the award were that they look at a 3-year scope of what's happening. So we were able to go back and bring in examples of things that we have been doing over the last 3 years that shows our commitment to ensuring that our students are 21st century learners when they graduate from our district.
I think that we're well on our way to realizing our vision, preparing students that are future ready.
I agree.
Absolutely. Well, as you know, we continue to struggle, as the state does, with the state's $27 billion shortfall, and we know that it will have a significant impact on funding for Texas public schools. You've heard about the achievements within our district today, and we can tell you that we are confident that we're prepared for next year and that Northwest ISD has already identified $9 million in reductions. However, we will not know the final outcome until the legislature has adjourned. But we can expect reductions in Northwest ISD to be in the range of $9, $10 to $18 million. Our teachers and staff have continued to put kids first as we face this difficult time in our state's financial future. And because of their can-do attitude, their support for kids, we continue to see our students making significant academic progress. We're doing what it takes to continue to make our district the district that prepares children for their future. And we also want to thank you, our community, for supporting Northwest ISD and for attending our financial forums and for utilizing the tools and resources provided to you on our district website. Protecting the quality of instruction in our classrooms is our #1 priority. You can stay updated by visiting our website, www.nisttx.org, and looking at our section on school finance. Well, Mr. Chevalier, I want to thank you for taking time today to visit with us and to talk about some of the many accomplishments of our students, our educators, and our district. Thank you.